Key, what are you doing? I know, I understand you're over there minding your business, but you've been. It looks like you're performing nefarious activity over there. What's going on?
Plugging my phone in the charger.
Gotta do that.
Respect. Well, you got one of them bad wires. You got it.
Dead. You know that.
Key's phone stay dead.
My mom always texts me at the right time, right when we start. Always.
Bro, it's crazy how many people.
Are you doing that video game live thing?
Yes, yes, mom.
I am.
Are you trying to tune in?
Crazy. It's crazy how many people were like, "Oh, it's 7 o'clock. Let me call him." Like, let me call him.
Like my good friend Imrod, he knows I have a meeting 4 p.m. every Monday for the past 4.5 years. I still get that call at 3:57, almost every day.
Yo, like, I can't talk right now.
I can't talk right now, and you know this.
No, I think he know because he doesn't care. Clearly doesn't care. We're
just automatically assuming that he doesn't care?
No, I know he doesn't care because he still calls. So that means he doesn't care.
Right. Like when you call and then you keep doing it, it's like, oh, bro, what's up?
I think he's just testing me to see when I start yelling at him for doing it, but I'm not.
He said he's testing me.
It's crazy.
Hold on. Oh, I think my camera's doing the key. It just randomly focused on me. Are you using your
B? That's the B.
Oh yeah, you did have to do the whole with your hand.
My camera be wilding sometimes.
Do you have your new setup yet, Key?
My new camera?
Yeah.
No, I told you I threw my cam link away by accident. So that's gone. So I need a lens and I need the cam link. And then I got literally everything. I have the camera.
The lens too?
No, I said I need.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that part.
I got the stand that clamps like my light does. It has clamps on the back of your desk. I have that. I have the camera itself. I have the charger thing that makes your battery infinite.
What?
It charges your camera while it's on. Yeah.
Oh well.
Not every camera can do that, but
yeah, I was gonna say not every camera does that. So that's why I'm like, what is that even?
Is it like a battery pack or is it like solar powered? That sounds sick.
You plug it in.
So instead of running off the battery, it runs directly off that power. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
run off of an AC
off of AC
instead of. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about some battery magic. Like,
right. I thought it was like he could just go wherever and it's just charging. I'm like, that is amazing.
Oh, fam, no. Let me know where you got that from, because
break that down.
I believe your battery is charging while it's plugged into the AC though,
which is fire.
Yeah,
but yeah, I got everything I need except the lens and the cam link.
I have a feeling you didn't. I'm pretty sure you've searched every tidbit of the house, but I'm pretty sure it's there somewhere. I don't think you would have thrown away $100.
It's only in my space. Only, like, it was only in my space, and I have searched every nook and cranny and space possible, and it's just not here. It's not here.
We've been there.
I've been there a
number
number of
times. Mega trash is like, usually when that happens, you like stress yourself out or whatever. Then when you finally get over it, you buy a new one. The new one comes, you find the old one.
And you find the old one.
Yeah.
Yo.
I mean, if that happens, I'll probably I would do a giveaway or something. I'll give it to somebody if that happens.
The number of times that's happened to me in the past, and I didn't have a giveaway or anything to do because I'm like, oh, sick, I have two of the same thing. Actually, it happened with the last time it happened to me is when I gave you that DualShock 4 USB adapter. I couldn't find one. Had to order one from Japan, wait 2 to 3 weeks for it to come over here. Day I got it, I found it.
Wait a minute. Mr. Gotta get it straight from the man who gotta have
that's literally the only place left that's selling them. If you go on eBay and you type it, it's going to say a majority of them are going to be from Japan.
So what if the SD card is the only place that I can get it?
There you go.
For $10.
We're not doing this right now.
Here we go.
Oh man.
Listen, I pray every day that thing doesn't malfunction on you because you're going to be so upset.
It's been gone. That thing's been gone. It locked up my first.
No, I'm talking about the one in your Switch right now.
Bro, come on. My Switch is, come on. You need to stop.
All
The
right.
first one didn't even have a label. Like this one at least has a name, and it costs money. Like
You bought a
What
SD
company
card
is
with
this
no
one?
label?
The one you
it
have
was-
now.
do I have
I said, what
now?
company is the one you
Do
have
not
now?
do not take it out of your Switch right now.
Why? I'm
Be-
not playing
Why
it.
not?
I think.
Is it in standby mode?
Oh, be cool. Be cool.
Oh,
Wait, did you just lose
Oh.
Bravely Default Progress? Did that just
Oh.
happen?
Did you
too
just-
late. It's too
Oh,
late.
no.
Oh my-
I just was curious of the company. No.
Oh, this is
They're called Gigastone.
Nice.
128 gigabytes for
All
like
right,
$10 or no $20. I think
sick.
it was.
At the cost of potentially a majority of your data. We found out what brand it is.
Chill out, bro. Chill
Oh
out.
my goodness! I told you this.
Chill out.
You know what just happened? And this will be the last like little segue we have. This is gonna be the new clip where Key says, "Did B set me up?" Watch.
Oh my god.
I see it coming.
Here we go.
I see it
I
coming.
mean, to be fair,
I can't ask questions,
I-
bro.
I'm-
If I ask a question, it's a setup. It's
I would-
crazy.
I was waiting on that to be fair because you left me hanging.
I'm just saying, like, to be fair, he did ask the question that led to the result.
I'm
So,
done. I'm done.
That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying. I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying.
What you need to be
It's
saying
getting
is
crazy.
bringing us in here.
Oh,
The-
okay. I guess you're right.
If you'd be so kind.
Can I do it?
Go ahead.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Trigger Talk TV, where we talk all things video games and video games related. I am your host Key, and I'm here with my two wonderful co-hosts. B,
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen?
he had the Reese delay there a little bit, and Reese.
There's no good evening, everyone. Never mind. I'm not even gonna fight it.
Yo.
What are you gonna? What was it? What was
I don't
that,
have
Reese?
I don't have anything to say.
Oh, I know.
What am I starting out this time? This is what we're doing?
Run it,
Right.
bro.
So last Thursday, let's get on topic now. Last Thursday, Square Enix hit us with an event, the Square Enix Presents event. And it was we actually streamed in our Discord, but it was a myriad of events that we released. They're showing their new releases, improvements on old stuff that we saw in previous game shows, and everything else in between. So there were a number of events I thought I'd bring forward that were probably more important. Like, again, some we've talked about, some are new, and I had some interest in at least all of these in one way or another. So I'll start from the top. I haven't played this series personally myself, but I know a number of people who have and have said good things about it. Is the Life is Strange series. I honestly didn't know that there were even two games in the series, just the one. And
played
then
the first
actually I was talking to you about it, baby. Saw that there was a second game. In this event, it's not formally called 3, but they just about told us about Life is Strange 3. It's called Life is Strange True Colors, which is the latest entry in this award-winning series developed by Deck 9 Games. They were behind, obviously, Life is Strange Before the Storm. And this new game focuses on a new protagonist called Alex Chen.
Mm-hmm.
So looking into the game itself, Alex has this psychic power of empathy. It's a supernatural ability that allows her to experience, absorb, and manipulate the powers of others and visualize them as kind of like colored auras. So you look at somebody, their emotion, oh, they're mad. You have like a red aura, they're happy, green aura, things like that. However, to her, it felt like a curse. Like you have this ability that nobody has. So like you're experiencing things differently and you're all alone, things like that. But her brother dies unexpectedly. So now there's that life-changing event. Like, you watch an anime, a very serious event occurs, and then now your life's turned around. Now she's embracing what she's been considering a curse to try to use her powers to help other people. So you're in the town of Haven Springs. You use these abilities to uncover the dark secrets of this place that you're in. So the game itself, they give us a video on it, obviously. You can, all of these that I'm mentioning, by the way, you can go to Square Enix's site and you'll see the video for each individual game. But they showed us the video. It has full performance capture, a credible soundtrack by MXN Tune and Novo Amor. Just thought I'd name some artists just in case people recognize them, with licensed songs from Radiohead, Phoebe Bridgers, Gabrielle Aplin, and much more.
Nice.
This game is releasing in September, and it is able to be pre-ordered now. What I found interesting, what they felt like they had to mention, is that although there are chapter breaks in this game, I want to say probably the closest thing would be is MGS4. You know how you had to install the game in parts. So I would consider those like chapters. They're not breaking this into an episodic game. So when this game is released, it is the full story and will be released at once.
Perfect.
Because I know
it's crazy that you have to say that now.
I was going to say, yeah, because of another certain game that was released recently.
Right. By the same people.
So maybe they learned their lesson?
No. So, like, what do you think it's going to be? Final Fantasy 7 R, the rest? Like, no, like, they're not doing that.
Final Fantasy 7
R, the rest.
The rest. Like, come on. But go ahead.
In other Life is Strange news, this actually applies to me. For people who did not experience the previous games, they're releasing the Life is Strange True Colors Ultimate Edition. So that's True Colors with the previous 2 games bundled. You can get that. They didn't give us a price, but later on, these 2 games will be released standalone, so you can play them by themselves instead of having to buy True Colors.
Cool.
The next game that brought up was one that we learned about many months ago, but it was under a different title. Keith probably knows which one I'm talking about right now.
I hate that they changed the name.
Forspoken is the mystery game that we've been looking at, previously known as Project Athia. The title being developed by Luminous Productions. They gave us a 2.5 minute video. It was actually kind of disappointing how little they gave. It was a 2.5 minute video which shows the protagonist of the game, Frey Holland, and the actress that plays her, Ella Balenska. For those that don't recognize the name, she starred in the 2019 comedy Charlie's Angels.
Ooh.
So they gave us a little more gameplay, like her running around the field, showing her free movement. She was kind of warping around like Noctis does in Final Fantasy 15. So there was a little bit of that. I know Key would be happy to see that once he sees the video. And then honestly, that was about it. The other 1.5 minutes was just interviewing the actress to say, "Oh, this is my first time doing this. I felt really connected to the game in its development and her full motion capture. This is very exciting." Well, yeah, just general spiel and things like that. The only other additional news that we got from that is that it's being developed for PS5 and PC, set for release next year.
So some good teaser tidbits, but nothing.
So nothing, no real substance at all. No.
Just all gotcha.
It was good to see
first they give us 5 seconds, and then they give us 15 seconds. Like, can we get some meat? Can we get something on this game?
Right, like it's crazy.
Yeah, one of the her mentions was we can't show too much just yet. That's how she had to start off the video. I'm like,
of course.
So why don't you just wait until you have enough of little bits to show us? But
exactly.
So what was the main point of this event is my question.
Just to let you know that it's not vaporware, honestly. Like, here's the actual title of this game. Athia is now known as the world, and that's where she'll be traversing things like that. Here's something from the person that she'll be playing from the game.
Well, no, not the showcase for that game. Particularly, but you know how they usually close with some big thing.
Oh, as far as Athia was concerned?
No,
the Square Enix
event, the whole event.
Oh, this is their inaugural annual event. So this isn't the first time they've done this. So actually, Forsaken was the thing that they closed down on. I just have the games in a different order, honestly.
So Forspoken was their giant thing, and they only had a minute of actual gameplay.
Haven't like our previous show kind of ended that way? Like they ended on like the artist of notes, like the Xbox One, the PlayStation One. Also, I think this kind of following a trend, to be honest.
From them, right? Because the PlayStation One finished with Square with the DLC. This one finished with what 20 seconds of gameplay.
20 seconds of gameplay and 2 minutes of interview. Yeah,
with an actress, and then I mean,
It's not enough.
Doesn't sound like they have anything. Like they.
Every
what
time.
was the point of this event besides like, yo, we're going from Forspoken? No, we're going from Project Athia to Forspoken,
and then moving on to these other games that we've talked about previously. Yeah.
Come on, Square. What are we doing, babe? What are we doing, man?
Speaking of Square, what are we doing? Marvel's Avengers. They absolutely do not want to put this down. In their latest DLC, Operation Hawkeye Future Imperfect is now available in-game, and it introduces the all-new playable hero, Clint Barton's Hawkeye. His quiver is packed. What? Go ahead, Kate. What's up?
I hear about how they felt like people were like, I don't forget exactly what it was they were doing too much of, but like there was like either leveling too easy or grinding too much or something like that. So then they increased how much it costs to like level up or how much it costs to activate or to unlock skills and abilities.
And now it's too much.
Yeah, they increase the time it takes to level up in the game. They made it longer. They made it
artificially harder.
Now you got it not harder. You just have to grind more. It's like when Horizon Zero Dawn, they increased the price on when you put the difficulty on hard. They increase the prices of items. It doesn't make the game harder. You just have to grind more. You just have to get more.
Yeah, that's why I said artificially harder. Yes, it's not harder, but that's their way of kind of adding more challenge or length to the game.
Right. It's a way to filibuster some more length. It's basically a filibuster, right? Because like you're like, all right, I have to go grind money, but like I don't have to fight anything difficult. I don't have to go fight a hard enemy a bunch of times. I can just go fight some whack enemies and just get a bunch of coins so I can go buy it. So it doesn't really make the game harder. It's just more tedious.
It's just more annoying. Yeah.
Yeah.
More annoying.
Whack.
So they introduced Clint Barton's Hawkeye. Oh man. The new area Wastelands, and the objective is to chase down the deadly villain Maestro, who's apparently a threat unknown to the Avengers and nothing like they faced so far. So they added new customizable, what they call harm rooms. I'm assuming those are like center hubs, and the ability to replay older campaign missions.
Well, you couldn't before. That's
So as with all content updates, they said Future Imperfect is free to download and play to whoever has purchased Marvel's Avengers. You can upgrade, but it has to stay in the same generation family, obviously. So PS4 to PS5, the One to Series X, things like that.
You can't just jump ship. You can't be like, yo, I bought it on PS4, but I want the Xbox Series X upgrade. You can't do that?
Nope. Because this is the PS5 version. It's like, you can just upgrade now.
Gotcha.
So yeah, if you have the PS4 disc version, you'll need the PS5 disc. You'll need the PS5 disc console in order to continue. If you have the Xbox One disc, you have to get a Series X. So those are the limitations that they kind of put on you in regards to that.
Well, because they're still making you buy the game.
Yeah.
So they increase the grind time.
And they're making you buy the game again.
The game free to play. Usually when like these companies, they increase grind time, they make the game free to play, and then they toss it.
Or they give you some additional incentive.
Yeah.
Square was like, y'all are complaining? Here. Harder.
Make the game longer and then don't make it free to play.
No.
So basically the same people who already own the game who not own it. The same people who are playing it in the servers are going to be the same people who play it. You didn't give me an incentive to pick it up.
Yeah, there's no additional incentive.
The general consensus is that your game is just dog water. It's just trash, right? That's the general consensus, right?
That's basically the general consensus, yeah.
Okay, cool. And then you didn't do anything to be like, yo, let's get new players on. Literally nothing. You did nothing.
And you know what's odd about this? At the end of this presentation, they announced, so there's the Operation Hawkeye DLC, and then they introduced the new DLC that's going to be coming, which is War for Wakanda. So you would think you would make it a little more accessible for your game when you have all this new cool stuff coming, right?
You would like to think, but again, we're never in those
once
meetings.
People hear War for Wakanda, they were like, you're going to get even more people.
I'm hype.
But
I'm hype.
Sounds dope.
It sounds dope, but it's a pain in the butt to get it. So
you know who did it really right?
Who?
DCUO was a phenomenal MMO. Well, that was an MMO. This is a looter, but they still did online.
Yeah.
Comic book characters right, an online comic book universe right.
Yeah,
that was you can go to one part of the I guess the map or whatever, and there'd be the whole Lantern War happening right there. You can just join that. That was dope.
That was cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
that would be perfect for someone like me who has it. I don't know anything about that, so I would learn everything right there, basically.
It has real comic book stuff within the world, even though you make your own superhero and all of that. There's real comic book stuff that happens in that world. And that was what? When did that come out? Like 2011 or something like
early
that?
2010s.
Yeah, easy.
Old. So like
in
today's day, 10 years later, like they should have like made something. They could have made a banger, man.
They based off of that.
Basically. They really could have. And like it's funny you mentioned that because like everyone knows I'm playing Final Fantasy 14 right now. They got the tools. They know how to make a bomb MMO. They could have used these characters and did something crazy with it. And they was like, nah, bro, we're gonna make this whack looter, and no one likes it. And now they're like, all right, how do we salvage it? Because we're not giving up on it. We're not gonna shut the servers down. Let's give them some free DLC, but still charge them $60 for the game. Yeah, you missed me, bro.
They better hurry up and get that Final Fantasy development team over there to save that game, because man, I don't
want your game.
It's not looking too good right now.
Hard to pass for me, bro.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, dude. Like, what is up with your game? Like, I don't know, man. Like, especially with these types of games, like you just see people go, all right, our game hit a wall. Let's switch it. You know what I mean? Let's switch it up. Let's try and get more fans. Let's try and get new players on. And they was like, nah, bro.
Nah.
Run it up.
Bringing up. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just saying, it might could need that Final Fantasy
14 revival.
Bro, just call Muhammad. Have him just blow it down, shoot the whole thing down, burn it down.
Wouldn't Thanos be the equivalent? Just have him
come eat the planet. You know what I'm saying?
Have Thanos come through with the.
Yeah,
done.
They could do that.
They could do that.
They could so do that.
And this is coming from someone who doesn't know the universe like that. I'm like, that's a. But there's that. Onto an older classic, Tomb Raider. It's been 25 years since Tomb Raider has been released. They announced a Tomb Raider anime series in collaboration with Netflix and Legendary Television.
Tell me more about this.
Info was skimp. It was like, yeah, we're doing this anime thing. Stay tuned. So much for that. They're working with teams, and they're actually working on crossover games with Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint and War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius.
Whoa.
For whatever reason, they decide to come up with a cookbook as well. So all the times that you have the forest for food and things like that, they're going to come out with this cookbook, and this will allow fans to bring recipes from Lara Croft globe-trotting adventures into their own home. And here's a little quip they threw in. But don't worry. Unlike Laura, we don't expect you to forage and hunt the ingredients yourself. So something for the fans.
Right. They got jokes.
For, again, similar to Life is Strange, for those that did not get to experience the Lara Croft reboot and the titles that followed thereafter, they are announcing a new digital bundle, Tomb Raider Definitive Survivor Trilogy.
Okay.
It contains those 3 games and all the DLC. So basically, Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, Rise of the Tomb Raider 20-year celebration, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider Definitive Edition.
Oh.
So basically, you get to experience the journey of Lara Croft from her being a young, fresh Tomb Raider to the G that she is when we're playing with her. Because she be raiding tombs.
That series is fire. That reboot series is crazy. Like, I love OG Tomb Raider too, but that reboot just does her justice, man.
And this game always comes up. I'm currently playing the Uncharted series, and Tomb Raider is going to come up every single time,
every trip.
So there's that, and the last tidbit on that was that she will be in Fortnite as a creative playable starting tomorrow, March 23rd.
Nice.
So if you can't get enough of her in her game, you can hop over on to Fortnite and get some more of her also.
All right. I know what skin that I might have to get for Fortnite Sundays, bro.
Wonder how much that's going to cost, though. Now we're on
anywhere between $10 and $20, if I'm not mistaken.
Really? Wow. I actually did not know that.
It's been a long time since I played Fortnite.
Yeah.
Now we're on to Key's favorite game. You did? Yeah, you did. You've been raving about it too. But you gotta be playing with the right people though, to be raving about it.
It's fun to play with the nephews and stuff. It's dope. Good time.
New game, Balan Wonderworld. We got to see this all adventuring, all singing, all dancing, very strange looking game, which is coming out in 4 days, March 26th.
How many buttons does it have?
I was actually gonna leave that part to you. This is a 3D action platformer, which is a collaboration between the co-founders of Sonic and the Knights series on Sega.
Oh, I knew that.
You knew that. I was gonna say you brought that up not too long ago. So this is a collab between these guys. So
it's not looking good, but go ahead. Well, go ahead.
Again, it's an action platform based around the Balan Theater, which is its namesake, led by the enigmatic maestro with the same name. The stars of the show are Emma and Leo, who you see in the trailer, and they'll use special abilities from a multitude of costumes as they adventure the bizarre and imaginary land of Wonderworld on a quest to help the denizens overcome the negativity that plagues them. So when I heard that description, it kind of reminded me of a game that I played a long time ago called Costume Quest. It kind of has the same premise. Like they're kids, it's Halloween. You have your costumes on, and you get powers depending on whatever costume you have. It mixes real world vistas with whatever memories that the people have. So kind of think P5 when you're going to finish the mission, basically. Those types of worlds. There are 12 different tales.
I've never played P5. What does that mean?
So the dungeons is kind of like in its own world. It has a mixture of the real world where they came from and that person's desires. So that alters the level somewhat. So it's kind of taken from that. There are 12 different tales and they all have their unique quirks. They're like labyrinth stages with tricks and traps, and it's a platform basically.
Okay.
So again, March 26th. I was looking at it. Key brought it up earlier because of his concern of how many controls there are. There really only are 2 sets of controls, honestly. And what are those, Key? Remember, was it running?
It was jump,
and
transform, or
jump and transform.
Right, it's costume ability,
jump.
That's it.
That's it.
Oh, and costume change. So there's costume
change, costume ability,
and jump. And most of the buttons are jump/costume ability. Jump/costume ability.
Literally square, triangle, circle, X, R1, R2.
Literally almost all the face buttons were the same ability. It was hilarious.
I like platforming games a lot. I'm a huge fan, but like, you got to give me. I don't know, bro. It looked cool at first.
It looks cool, but that control scheme.
What else do you do in this game? Like, what else do you do?
Up and change your costume.
Like, you take Celeste, like you're zipping around and doing all these different things. Like you're required to react and press all these buttons as you're platforming. I'm like, well, what are you doing this? You just
jump and costume ability.
Bro, you can play this game by looking at the controller. Like, you don't actually have to do anything. Like, this is sad.
I don't know, bro.
I watched the video because I saw y'all, and they're completely understandable concerns. You only have 2 controls. This is crazy. But it looked really fun. And it looked like it had some sort of complexity despite having super simplistic controls.
Yeah.
So, like B said to me earlier, we just have to see a little bit more from what they gave us, because it was like another 2-minute video, and it was gameplay, but it wasn't enough gameplay. So
yeah, it definitely wasn't enough stuff. Like, I'm really on the fence with this. Like, what is this game? Like, it's just they haven't shown enough for a game that's coming out in what 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
How are you not showing us enough? 4 days. That's I don't know, man.
Yeah. So right now, I'm waiting for the review videos for that one.
Yeah, bro. Give me Crash 4. Give me Crash 4.
Crash Bandicoot. I'm happy.
So the last mentions were those of mobile games. So it's touching those really quick. Just Cause Mobile. No, everything crazy that you do in the game is in your hands now. You want to parachute into an enemy base while it's exploding with guns in your hand? Why not? Just do it. So that's going to be their mobile phone, single player and multiplayer, coming out later this year. Hitman Sniper Assassins, which is developed by the makers of the Hitman Sniper, Lara Croft Go, Hitman Go, and Deus Ex Go.
Oh,
all
I didn't
new.
even know Deus Ex Go.
I didn't either. As you said that,
every time.
Wait, say again, Key?
Every time you say Hitman Go, anybody says Hitman Go, I just automatically think of that DDR song.
I know exactly know which one you're talking about. But
insane.
Yeah, Hitman Sniper Assassins, brand new story. Playable assassins, exciting new gameplay features, set for release 2021, iOS, Android. The most exciting mobile announcement that they had was that of Space Invaders. So arguably one of the most iconic series in all of gaming. So Square Enix Montreal and Taito, which is known for vertical scrollers, are collaborating on this. And it's Space Invaders with AR. So it's not going to be one of those regular just do it on your phone. You got to actually manipulate the world around you.
Yeah, okay, so, all right. See, give me some cool
like
ideas.
Cool things like that. We need more of that.
Something old, like, something retro, and find a way to use the new technology to reinvigorate it rather than just
imagine Super Mario Brothers NES VR. You got to actually run. You actually got to hop over the blocks and catch the flag and all that other stuff. Something like that. Nothing crazy. Or even AR, yeah.
Like your environment would like my desk could be a stage, and all the things that are on my desk I can jump over and I turn some stuff enemies.
Done. And you have the control pad right on your phone. It'll be perfect.
Yeah, that's cool. That's now that's like in terms of like bringing something old and using new technology. That sounds very cool. Hopefully they do something cool with that. That sounds cool.
Yeah, but those are the top topics from the Square event. The Space Invaders one I want to mention last because I honestly thought it was the most interesting. Like you said, bringing old with the new. So I want to see what they do with it.
Yo, how long has VR been a thing? VR, AR, all of that. How long has that been a thing? And why can't I just put on a head connector and go into a different world like you can at Star
Man
Ocean?
said a head connector.
I just want to put the dome piece on and just sword art online into another world. Like, how long do I have to wait to be able to do something like that?
Because see, now you're talking about, because VR is still separated. Like you have to put the headset on and now you're entering that world. You're asking for whatever, a plug in the back of your neck to enter that world.
I'm not trying to get the Matrix. I'm just trying to get the sword art online. If I just put the headpiece on, right?
Okay.
Can it just like transmigrate my consciousness into
See, you already asked for too much. Wait, I want my consciousness right here where it belongs.
Where's Elon, man? Elon feels what I'm saying. I'm trying to plug in.
Elon definitely feels what you're saying.
100% feels what you're saying.
I'm trying to plug in, man. I mean, to the very least, I at least want to be able to like put on a helmet and run around, let's say like a laser tag area.
Okay.
And creatures pop up, like real looking creatures pop up, and I gotta like shoot up the creatures. Like I feel like that is reasonable.
Now I think they have stuff like that, but you can't have it at home. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
you would need a giant space for that.
There's no stuff like that available for you to purchase. Well, that to the average consumer.
To the average,
yeah.
You can get that in your house. You know, like I remember seeing some stuff like that online. That there's places that let you go play that stuff, but like laser tag, you gotta go there. You can't.
Yeah, you gotta go there. Yeah,
like I can't just turn around and be like, all right, then throw my headset on and I see y'all. No. Can't do that yet, and I want that. Let me get that.
That's what I'm trying to plug in.
We need to lease like the bottom floor of some abandoned building that's for lease and just kit it out. Why not?
And kit it out. Yeah, I wonder how expensive it would be to kit it out with what he's talking about because I've seen stuff like that.
Yeah.
Man,
You
Show me the money.
Yeah, true that. True that.
I'm looking forward to it, Key, when you're building it. You got the ideas, like what's good?
He said transmigrate. We gotta call Elon, bro.
I'm saying that's Elon. I got the ideas, but I don't got Elon money. So I got to tell my mans, yo, put on Sword Art Online for him, and the light bulb will just bling bling bling, it'll go off.
He's already doing that Neuralink stuff. So
So he's probably already watched Sword Art Online. He's probably watched some anime that we don't know about. So
yo, I'm for the plugging in, man. I'm pro plug-in.
I'm all set. I'll be on the outside making sure that your conscious makes it back to your body, since you all be playing around.
Do you or do you not like Sword Art Online?
The first half.
None of that don't matter.
Yes, it was cool. Yes, it was cool. Yes. I wouldn't want to do that though, because every time it was like Link start, I'm like, no, your conscious, you might not come back.
Migrate, bro. You just gotta
no,
go there. You just gotta go there.
Stay here, please. I'm done with it.
Crazy. That's very crazy.
B, what you got for me, man? Because we over here talking about transmigrating consciousness and whatnot, man.
All right. So the game that I have this week is it's called Necromunda. I hope I'm saying that right, because the community for this world is ginormous.
Really?
Bro. So this is a Warhammer 40K game.
Oh, say less.
It's in the world of Warhammer. Warhammer, for those of you who don't know, is a tabletop game with a plethora of miniatures. Starting like back in the 80s, like in the late 80s, this thing started and it got crazy. And people have been playing Warhammer for years. Since I can remember going to my first card shop with these guys, there's always been a section set aside for Warhammer players.
Always.
Like for people who use the miniatures and go crazy. And Necromunda is a world within Warhammer. So the game that I have is Necromunda Hired Gun. The game is being developed by Streum On Studio, and it's being published by Focus Home Interactive. They've done work for Warhammer in the past. Now, this kind of blew me away.
Okay.
So, GameWorks, right?
Yep, I know them.
GameWorks, they're the ones who own Warhammer.
Yep.
They also own other games and board games and video game franchises. They own a lot of stuff.
We've played Games Workshop board games.
There you go, Games Workshop. So they make a bunch of sick stuff, but they've been doing this for some time. This is the 57th video game in the Warhammer 40K series. And they have this is the 57th game in the Warhammer universe. 57.
Okay.
And they have a plethora of more. So they have over 150 games that have been made by this one company. They just don't stop. It is crazy. And when a lot of people, they kind of write the Warhammer games off a little bit because they're like, another Warhammer game, another Warhammer game. And they're usually something different. Like they have, if you got a genre, they might have a Warhammer game for that.
So there's a Warhammer RPG?
They got turn-based strategy. They have first-person shooters. They got tabletop. They literally have tried me and you have played
Vermintide.
40K Vermintide.
Mm-hmm.
We played Vermintide.
Didn't we play another one too? We played 2 Warhammer games.
They have Vermintide 1 and 2.
Okay.
So I played this.
We played the second one. Yeah.
Yeah. And that game's okay. You know, it's like a 6 out of 10, 3 out of 5. I wouldn't even give it a 3. That's like a 2.8.
2.5. Yeah.
It's a playable game. It's just something you can just hop on and just kind of play it.
Yep.
This is not that. So this game
is okay.
Yeah, no, this is not that. This game was kind of, I guess you'd say like quasi leaked. There was not much on it. There was nothing on it, and then all of a sudden, it was in the Microsoft Store allegedly by accident. But then, like, and that was on March 17th. So, and then like a day later, it's available for pre-order on Steam for $39.99. So this is a $39.99 game.
Okay.
It's not a full price game, which is sick. But there's a lot of full price implications. A lot of people think that this game is going to be fire. So it's a first person shooter at its core. It's high action, fast paced. Like there's wall running, like Titanfall 2. There is grappling, like you get a grappling hook. You can level up so you can have a super jump, so you can traverse giant areas. You can go right into your grappling hook, and then you can go right into a wall run. And the entire time, you can shoot and switch your weapons. And you can do all of that stuff simultaneously.
So
it's a super fast-paced, fun type shooter.
Yeah, you said it was on Steam. I do see it here. It's like you said, available for pre-order, $34. Mm-hmm. I scroll down, and as you're explaining like the fluidity of the thing, I'm watching it. And I'm like, this is them.
This is them.
This looks good.
It looks good. So a lot of people say that Warhammer just keeps throwing games at the wall until one of them stick, and usually they have one that sticks. It does really well, and then the rest of them are just kind of at the wayside.
Yep.
People will think that this is one of the ones that's going to stick. For me, looking at it, it does look fun. It looks fast paced. I played through the campaign of Titanfall 2. But it was fun. But like, I didn't really play it online. I didn't really go past that after. Like, we played a little bit online. Huh?
You didn't play Titanfall online?
We played a little bit of it online.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit of it online. And then
I did not like that game.
Yeah, Reese didn't like it that much. Emrod liked it a little bit. And like, we like to play the mode where you start in the Gundam thing. And then like, if you get blown out, then you run around.
Then you got to,
Yeah. But it was okay. It was okay.
It was pretty
this
huge.
game,
I never played it.
Yo, like people love Titanfall.
Especially
the first one, because it was like, oh, it's wall running and all this crazy stuff. By the time like then Call of Duty got to it,
Call of Duty did
do all that stuff, fly around, do all that stuff. And so Titanfall 2 kind of fell off. Super cool thing in this game is you can do all of this stuff, right? You can wall run, you can run around, you can do all this crazy stuff. You also level up. So you make your character. You're a hired gun. You work for the city. Like you work for the place, Necromunda. So Necromunda is like this separate world inside of Warhammer. It's like a spire city. It's like a giant city that's like, and it goes from bottom up. It's like a giant, and there's a whole bunch of different gangs. So there's different gangs, and you are being hired. You're a bounty hunter, and you have little jobs and stuff to do. And you start working from the city. Allegedly, you can make different alliances with different gangs and do missions for them. And you level up your character. So he gets different abilities and different augmentations. And also your weapons can be customized. So you're like, you can put lasers on your shotgun. You can level up all your weapons. And then you get a cyborg mastiff, AKA you get a dog companion. You get a doggo. He runs around with you. You can level them up, and they can attack and fight and do all types of stuff while you're flying around and zipping around and doing all types of stuff. This game
is checking a lot of boxes.
It looks fun, man. And
my man said you get a whole chocobo. Like, what's good?
You get a chocobo.
A chocobo. It's more like the dog from Dead to Rights. He's like,
that's my very first thought was straight to Dead to Rights. Straight to Dead to Rights.
Right. Or like, oh no, can't say that. You're playing that.
Yeah.
But like that game, you know what I'm talking about, Reese. So it's not something that I would probably buy if it was full price. But being $39.99 and starting on sale at $34.99 on Steam
might be a
it's
buy.
One of those games that's kind of, it could creep in because we talk about how much we really enjoyed playing first person campaign type stuff. But every game that comes out that's first person, usually there's an online mode. So we kind of skip it. Like I play it a little bit sometimes, not all the time. Key completely omits it, and Reese will play them sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. The customization, the companion, the free movement, shooting, like there's all these different abilities you get. Like there's a grenade that was made of rats. Like they had like plague rats and a grenade. So we threw the plague rat grenade and all the rats ran out. Yo, there's a lot of cool different type of stuff in this shooter.
Wow.
It's like a Doom, Titanfall, kind of smashed all up into this really cool looking Warhammer world. So
wait, it's releasing on sale? Like what?
Yeah, it's $34 on Steam right now.
Yeah. It's $34.99 on Steam for pre-order right now. The game officially releases June 1st, coming to PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, and PC. Everything except Switch. I should have just said that.
So it'll be on Game Pass.
What's up?
So it'll be on Game Pass.
There's a possibility that hasn't been confirmed yet, but I mean, there's a possibility that it'll be there sooner rather than later.
Yo, can I just say
over there?
Game Pass has completely ruined my life because now I just feel like, but is it gonna come on Game Pass? Because I could just, you know what I mean? Like, if it's Game Pass, I might as well just, you know what I mean? Like,
you remember when like Netflix and that stuff was like still fresh, like pretty new?
Mm-hmm.
I used to do that same thing. I'm like, well, they have a lot of stuff on here. I might just wait.
That was back when Netflix used to have heat. Netflix used to have bangers.
Yeah.
Now look at them.
Well,
competition.
Right. Everyone is on it now. They literally started a phenomenon. Everyone's on it now. Everyone's like, no, give me my stuff back. Like on the next contract, we ain't re-sign it.
Yeah, exactly. You can't even watch Home Alone on Christmas.
Exactly.
Crazy.
Everything they have now, not everything, but a vast majority of what they have now is their own content, which is a lot of
which
stuff
is still cool, yeah.
But great. You know, you miss out on some stuff. But Necromunda Hired Gun, it looks fun. I'm interested. I like the price. This is a huge maybe, but more towards like more towards yes.
Yeah.
Sounds like they're bringing back Brink. That's Brink.
I'd say Titanfall, but Warhammer. It looks more like Doom.
Warhammer Titanfall.
Yeah.
Well, free Brink, man. We need Brink too.
Yeah, I'm on the fence, leaning towards
with Brink too.
No, yeah.
Wait, what?
With both of them, with this game and with the possibility of a Brink too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, really?
I like Brink. Yeah. I didn't have no issue with it.
He didn't have an issue with Brink.
I was just playing with the peeps. Whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't dislike Brink. I disliked Brink because it lied to me.
There wasn't a lot you could do.
There wasn't a lot you could do.
Like they gave us mad parkour, but nothing too parkour. And like 4 small maps. Like, yo, that game.
It had all the potential. They just didn't know what to do. They just didn't know what to do.
So you didn't want to parkour because you would get animation locked all the time. So
I remember.
Wait,
I remember that.
Running on something and you can't. So like the transition from the running to the not running on a wall or something like that, you couldn't in that transition. You couldn't turn. You couldn't move.
Yeah, right.
Like there'll be people who intentionally not parkour and just wait for you to do it and just light you up.
It's like, boy.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Good times.
Like horrible.
You know what that means?
What's that mean, Key?
Come out with a Brink 2 and then fix all the issues.
All of that. You got to fix all of that.
I think they're scarred by Brink 1 still, so.
Who even made that? I feel like we look this up often.
We look this up all the time. I got you. Brink developer.
Misstep. Yeah, we'll call it a misstep because it wasn't a horrible game. It was fun.
Splash Damage and published by Bethesda.
Ooh.
There you go.
Bethesda. What happened to Splash Damage? Is Splash Damage defunct? I feel like they're gone.
Splash Damage is not defunct. They were independent
Didn't
until
they do Winning
2016, and they were obtained by a Chinese video game holding company called Lei Yu in 2016.
Okay. Well, in any case, yo, bring back Brink. Yo, if there's a mole out there actually
No,
listening
there's
to
still
us,
no. We definitely did talk about this in 2011. Brink, 2013 Arkham Origins multiplayer, Gears of War 4, Gears of War 5, Gears Tactics, and they're currently working on a game called Outcasters.
Oh yeah. They're
still here.
Right, they do contract work.
Yeah, they do multiplayer contract work. It seems.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like, because it was like you had your game, you know what I mean?
Didn't do so hot, but now they have all this multiplayer experience. They could do it again.
They could. They definitely could.
Yo, Key, hit up Splash Damage.
I did that for. Well, we don't even need Splash Damage. It was published by Bethesda, who's a far superior company. So just they're doing Deathloop right now, so they can do Brink too.
Yeah,
or they can do like Brink off the edge. It's called Brink. Like you at the brink. Never mind.
I know, but it was just so bad. Like
you was doing that. Because that's the thing right now, right? Is to not put the number next to your game.
Oh yeah, give it a title.
Yeah, give it a title.
Yo, Key, name all of the Star Oceans.
Star Ocean. Star Ocean 1, First Departure.
Okay.
Star Ocean 2, A Second Story.
Okay.
Star Ocean 3, Until the End of Time.
Oh.
I was the only one.
There's Star
Integrity
Ocean
and
4.
Faithlessness.
You did one better than me, because I 2 and 3, bro. After that, you on your own.
I only know the First Departure because I started playing it recently.
Exactly.
Star Ocean 4, Fate.
Integrity and Faithlessness.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. Integrity and Faithlessness. That might be it.
I don't know.
Because they have one that's like off, you know what I'm saying? And that's the one I bought.
My man said off.
$25.
Oh, like that's the one that's not a part of.
It is, but not like, and that's the one that I think Reese is naming. So I don't know. Last Hope. Thank you. Someone in our Discord, or no, in our chat, KJ2294 said The Last Hope. That's what that's in the Discord.
Also in the Discord.
The one Reese was naming was the one that was off. That's why I didn't want to go with it. I'm like, I know.
Almost had you.
That wasn't it.
Because that's the one I have. So
now was that because were you using that to be like, this is why you don't do this? but like why you like give them names? But I mean, if your games are hot, you remember the name. Yeah, like you remember the Legend of Zelda's, right?
Oh, every single one.
We had this discussion the other day in the Discord, or no, it might have been. I think it was in the Discord.
Fam, we be talking everywhere now, so whatever.
It was in the Discord. The Discord has been going really good, so I'm pretty sure it's in the Discord. But we had this discussion about how Final Fantasy Tactics Square didn't actually give Final Fantasy Tactics a name. Like it just called it. That's like calling it Final Fantasy ARPG. Like the way the battle system works in the game. So, and then we discovered that no game has a name. It's just Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like,
that was definitely Discord. And then I said Crystal Chronicles. I'm like, that has one. Yeah.
Crystal Chronicles and Mystic Quest are the only two that have
Type
names.
0.
Oh, Type 0. I forgot about that one.
And they got Ever Crisis and Crisis Core and Dirge.
Well, no. So those are the words before Final Fantasy. So it's before Crisis, Final Fantasy, and all that other stuff. Yeah. So those don't count.
Series like that's Final Fantasy 7 stuff right there.
Yeah.
Got you.
That's how they kind of slick with it.
They only have 3 games that actually name the game. It's Type 0, Crystal Chronicles, and Mystic Quest. Those are the only 3 games with names.
Oh, y'all were giving me heck about Mystic Quest. It was like, oh no, it just says Mystic Quest.
Well,
no.
If you look at
it, fair enough.
You're right. But if you look at it, it says Mystic Quest, and then like in small letters, it says
Final Fantasy. Yeah. So y'all had the box all them years, didn't notice it.
Yeah, I just thought it was called Mystic Quest, but I knew it was made by Square.
Gotcha.
That is actually the very first RPG
I
that
actually need to see if that's on my list because I didn't beat that game.
I added it to mine.
I have to add it. Like I haven't beaten it, so
Bro, I've never played that game.
not one. I've replayed that game so many times.
That's literally
it's the one with two characters at the.
I always said Final Fantasy 9, but Mystic Quest is the very first RPG I ever played. I didn't know what I was doing. I just know exactly. I remember exactly how the game starts. You start off on a mountain starts falling. You go in the cave.
You with the old man.
Well, the old man talks to you. He says, "Yo, you're the chosen one," or something.
And then the mountain falls down. Yep.
Go inside the cave thing, and then there's like some slimes, and that's all I remember about the intro to
there's slimes, and then there's goblins, and they're called Brownie, which is the funniest thing ever because he got the brown cap. But yeah, that's the beginning of the game. I got kind of far in the game though. Like you get different weapons, you get different companions and things like that. It's good.
Yeah, but I'm looking at the cover of the game. It definitely says Final Fantasy right on top. But maybe it's a different from what you guys see.
Final Fantasy, but Mystic Quest is larger. That's
what I'm saying. Yeah, it's definitely larger. But
never mind. It's definitely already on my list. It's at the bottom.
Yeah, I've seen this game now. Okay, I know what this game is. I never touched it.
Actually, I owned it. Like I was like maybe 6 or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I never touched this. My first JRPG was Super Mario RPG.
I forgot about that game.
First one.
I'm having the hardest time thinking of what mine was. I want to say it was Persona. Revelations Persona for PS1.
You love that game, bro. Every time, yo, you played this Persona
yet?
You
gotta play Persona.
You played this Persona yet?
I know what y'all gotta play.
Here we go. What we gotta play? Kudelka?
No, have y'all played Kudelka?
You know what, Keith? Right here, right now, as we're speaking, I'm gonna add it to the list. Right here. Because I looked at it, because you keep mentioning it, you won't shut up about it. Like, let me look at it. And it has inklings of other games that I like. It has tactics. It has Parasite Eve-ish kind of system. It's cool.
I was just about to say, if you like Parasite Eve, there's a good chance you'll like Kudelka. It's a different battle system, but it's like
so weird,
dark and weird like that.
Yeah,
and it's a precursor to Shadow Hearts. So like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, Shadow Hearts is heat. So
yeah,
it's crazy. Like me and Keith played that game so long ago, and we just like just young dudes like, yo, let's just play this game. It looked cool, and we enjoyed it. I never beat it, but we definitely played a ton of it.
I beat Shadow Hearts 1. Then I started playing Shadow Hearts 2.
I only beat Shadow Hearts 1. I didn't beat Kudelka, and I never played Shadow Hearts 2. Never even touched it.
I never even seen it.
I seen it, never touched it.
I got to like the second disc of Kudelka or something like that. I think if I'm recalling correctly, I believe, I could be wrong, but I think Kudelka has like Resident Evil like puzzles, you know what I mean? Or like stuff that you got to figure out. I could be misremembering, but I believe it does.
I think it does.
And you love that, huh?
Who?
You.
I never played Resident Evil. Bro, the only Resident Evil I ever beat was 4, and that was more or less like Resident Evil and more like today's games.
Yeah.
So you couldn't be bothered to play 1 through 3.
The controls, I couldn't play them. That tank, I can't do tank. It's impossible.
It is not impossible.
It's impossible. If I press up, I want to go up. And if I press right, I want to go right. That's it. Nothing else to it.
No, it makes sense.
It makes sense, but I mean,
I got no problem with tank controls. I don't love them. They're not my favorite.
Oh, not at all. I'm not saying go tank controls, but I mean, if your game operates like a tank, then I just gotta go with it.
Gotta adapt. Adapt. Yeah, because we can go crazy off tangent, but Necromunda hired gun. I'm in. We'll see.
It's coming out on sale. I don't know. That's weird to me, but I guess it sounds dope.
It sounds cool. It looks cool. Hopefully, it's cool.
You putting the sus on that because it's releasing on sale?
Bro, does that not sound a little weird to you?
That's like, word. You really want me to buy this? I got you.
It actually happens a lot on Steam.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of games that will come out on Steam and they'll be like, yo, like just to entice people to buy it more, they'll put it on like 5% sale, something like that.
You know what's good about that? It could be.
I got it on sale.
You know what's good about that being on sale? It's $35 everywhere else because that's the price that was set on Steam.
Oh,
Bung.
Higher, right? It can't
Yeah,
be higher.
it can't be lower.
It can't be lower.
It can be higher.
It can
not
be higher.
$35 everywhere else. It's 40 everywhere else.
It's 40 everywhere else. So you gonna get it on Steam. This is how they get busy.
This is how they get you.
That's how Steam get busy. They're like, oh yeah, we'll put it on sale so you entice you to buy it here first.
Man, why play 40 over here? Get it right here, 33.
Okay. Let me tell you, you know what's more enticing than 5% sale or anything like that?
No.
Game.
Free. You cannot ever go wrong with free. You know what's free?
Yeah, of course.
You know what's free?
What's up?
Take a guess what's free.
What is free?
Magic Legends. The RPG that Magic the Gathering, or I guess it's not really Magic the Gathering themselves. It's actually developed by Cryptic Studios. Reese, can I get some props on that segue, by the way?
That was good.
I wasn't expecting that. You have formally obtained props because I was expecting something else. I'm not going to hold you.
It was so good that I didn't want to talk. I just wanted it to just be.
B just wanted it to go. I saw B. I'm like,
talk about it after. Like, yo, that was great.
That was pretty good. That was good. And you went and just did it now. But no, I'll give you that. That was good.
I was like, oh man, I did that.
That was fire.
But anyway, so it was it was developed by Crypto Studios, responsible for Cryptic Studios, who was responsible for Star Trek Online and Neverwinter. Yo, I'd never even heard of Star Trek Online, literally until today. Like before I even started like looking into this, a member of our Discord went live talking about they're playing some Star Trek Online, and I was like, what is this game? I've never heard of this. So I popped into the stream and like, yo, it's like you gotta like create your or you have a ship. You have to buy the ship with like either actual cash or you like fly around and like do missions and stuff and earn and actually level up. They give you ships, but the game is like really cool. If you're like a Star Trek aficionado, if you're like really into Star Trek, you would absolutely love this game. It looks really cool.
Me and Mike downloaded it. We played it and then we uninstalled it. It was like, this is cool, but it's not for us. We're not that deep in the Star Trek.
Watching him play it and he was like explaining everything to me and like how you gotta farm, craft, build, and all this other stuff. And I was like, wow, like I don't know nothing about Star Trek, so I'm not gonna play this game, but like I could watch somebody else play it. Like you look like you're really into it.
Okay.
But yeah, so it's designed or it was developed by Cryptic Studios and published by Perfect World, who actually acquired Cryptic Studios back in 2011. So these guys, they know how to make MMO games. And with that being said, Magic Legends was announced as a free-to-play MMO back in 2017.
Boom, boom, boom.
Cryptic Studios CEO Steven D'Angelo explained that his intent is to, quote, go forward with a Magic game that is not about the card game. It's about jumping into the world and the fiction of Magic the Gathering. The name of the game, Magic Legends, was officially revealed on December 12th of 2019 at the Game Awards, which we watched, didn't we? I don't remember.
2019?
2019.
That makes so much sense now.
I saw this game at PAX live, and it was
I remember that
everywhere.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, it seems pretty crazy. With some things that kind of like had me like raise an eyebrow, but
nice.
In any case, Magic Legends has 4 difficulty settings, which was different for me because I was like, how do you have a difficulty setting on an MMO? It's like that confused me. But, you have normal, hard, expert, and master. Planeswalkers will start you're a Planeswalker, by the way. That's what Planeswalkers will start their journey at normal difficulty by default. Hard will unlock after completing the tutorial, and then expert and master become unlocked through reaching different level milestones through gameplay. So,
respect.
When you level up, you can increase difficulty if to do so.
Heavy Comcast.
Yeah, that was, but it's fine
Comcast
for a hot sec, but you could. So
Garden?
the levels progress as you get higher level in the game, and you can unlock it then instead of having to. Well, this is an MMO. You can't beat the game, but instead of beating the game, and okay.
Yeah. So the thing about calling it an MMO, it seems more like a looter to me, kind of. Yeah, it seems more looter to me than an actual MMO.
Like as you're explaining it, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, it seemed more like an MMO. I mean, even some publications were calling it like Diablo, except Magic the Gathering. That's what some people were calling it.
Yeah.
Diablo, Magic the Gathering, huh? Okay.
Yeah. That's what publications were saying it was like, more like. But the way the battle system works, or the style of the gameplay works, is that you have a 12 card deck that you can make to fight with. But the 12 card deck controls all your skills, abilities, whatever the case may be. But you draw them at random, and you have 4 slots in your actual battle commands. So when you use a battle command, it goes back into your deck at random, and another card pops into your slot at random. So if you want, or you have to build your, like, it's literally like playing a Magic the Gathering deck, like game or battle. You don't know exactly what you're gonna draw when you're playing the game.
So you'll always have those 4 slots will always be occupied. It's just going to be random depending on what.
It's gonna they're gonna be occupied random depending on how you use it.
So it's shuffling through the deck as you're playing. You just throwing spells.
Got you.
Just getting your spell.
That's fun.
Yeah. So you can combine buffs, spells, and summons all through all in your deck. So there's 5 classes available, each with their own unique storylines and campaigns. You have the Sanctifier, which is white, a long-range damage dealer who benefits from healing powers. You have the Mind Mage, which is blue.
Yeah.
Psychic powers, battle enemies from a safe distance, controlling projectiles with telekinesis, and locking down foes with spells that puts them to sleep or turn them against their allies. That sounds like
a Reese class.
Reese class.
No, what's funny? I never played blue in MTG. I always played green. But I knew y'all were gonna say that because it's blue, Jace, mind control. They're gonna say that. So
I'm just thinking you fighting from a distance. You're not in the fray. That's my thing. You like throwing spells at people.
Not wrong.
It's like you and Cody type deal. I don't know, but in any case,
with flinging a fireball or two.
You got Necromancer, the black card, a mid-range damage dealer who manipulates the forces of life and death through their summoned creatures and foes. So that's basically the summoner.
See, that's my kind of talk.
Red. Draw upon the power of Earth to fight enemies close quarters, fearlessly into the fray until stone and lava melee attacks, advancing the battle with goblins, Kavu, and earth elementals at your side.
She's getting is red, just saying.
It sure is. That means somebody's got to be red. It might be B.
Come on.
And then you have Beast Caller, which is green.
That's me.
You can fight hordes of foes on the battlefield with crushing blows from your massive spirit axe, while you coordinate attacks with the Fox Companion and other summoned beasts. Like, everybody can summon in this game. Another thing to note is that the game, when you play this game, the beta is happening tomorrow for PC only. PC only. When you play this game tomorrow, you will not lose your data when the actual game comes out. It will carry over.
I love that this is the new thing, that more and more games are doing this.
This.
Yep,
it was like, oh yeah, play the beta, but we're gonna wipe all this later.
It's so annoying. But to be fair though, they did have previous betas that people were able to play, like alphas and betas, and data got wiped, so you had to keep on starting over. But now this is like the final one. Everybody's gonna get to play it, and I guess they probably did that because actually I'll get to that in a little bit. Players gain experience by completing various missions and quests throughout their journey. Which it didn't it didn't necessarily go into detail, but the fact that they had to tell me that you gain experience by completing quests and doing missions worries me that I'm not getting experience from actual fighting enemies, like just going from A to B. You know what I mean? Like, why did it have to specify how we gain experience?
Like
Hmm.
usually in these games, you level up, you get experience by fighting
By
and
fighting enemies.
I mean, granted, fighting enemies is less experience than
the
completing
quest.
quest, which is fine. But the fact that you told me, oh, I gain experience by doing quests and missions, it's like, well, what about the creatures? Like,
Right.
why didn't you specify creatures as well?
Hmm.
Mm. That's why.
Hmm.
That's why I'm raising
Curious.
eyebrows.
Curious.
Number one.
Raising eyebrows.
That's fine.
As you reach certain levels, players unlock class features like enhanced class abilities, class perks, and class traits.
Okay.
Um, there are classes you can pay for, but they will
Why?
have their own unique skill tree. Wait, they will have your own unique skill tree, but will not give a numerical advantage over the free classes. So it comes with the 5 classes I mentioned earlier, and there's also classes behind a paywall that people can pay for if they so choose, if they want that class
That's
ability.
different.
Yeah, I know, it's very different. Another thing that's different is that you can swap between your classes during live gameplay. Like you can just switch a class on demand, just like switch a class if that's what you want to do.
So
To another
Final Fantasy
one,
14.
switch.
Just switch your class.
So Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah, but you can't do that once you start an instance. You locked in. You can't change.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Oh, you can't?
In 14?
Like when you're in an instance, like a dungeon or a raid, something like that, you're stuck to whatever class.
Yeah.
Are you saying like in battle, you can just be like, oh, let me just swap?
You can swap. You can just switch if you want.
That's different. Okay.
That was very
That's
different.
different.
Swap if you want. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
That's
So
gonna
now
add a whole like different layer.
Say that again.
I said, so, right. Like, I think what Reese is getting at is like, so you can combo between classes? Is that what we're saying here?
They didn't say it was that fluid, like
Right.
Ghost of Tsushima type change your stance in the middle of a combo.
I gotta ask.
No, that makes sense. No,
It's not that
I
fluid.
think
It's
in
just
the
very-
beginning you said that they're trying to make a Magic game but shy away from the TCG, but it sounds like they're bringing in a lot of TCG in this game.
well, it's still a TCG at its core,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
the only real TCG you're getting is the deck. Like you have
Yeah.
the card battle system. It's still a TCG at its core, but they're trying to open it up different from being just another a card game, basically.
Right.
They make it
I did buy
trying to
the
get
card games
into
before. I got like Magic 2014, Magic 2015. It's just the card game. So yeah, I guess it is time for them to branch
yeah,
out.
exactly. This video game is going for, I
Mhm.
guess they say MMO, but dude, this is not an MMO. Like looking at it, it's not. It's looks like, you know what the card game reminds, or the battle system reminds me of actually.
Hmm.
What's up?
A Supercell game called Clash Royale. Have you guys ever played Clash Royale?
Yeah. I've watched plenty of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never played it myself.
Yeah, me and Cody went crazy. Even
Never.
my old roommate E, we all went like stupid hard on Clash Royale. A
I
lot of
remember
fun.
that phase. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I think the that pay thing that you were mentioning is actually 50% off right now. But 50% off is still charging you $40.
40.
Yeah.
What?
The Magic Legends Planeswalker bundle.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it would be $80 if it wasn't on sale.
Sounds like
That is a lot of money.
Is that like Founders Pack for life? Like how most of these games do? Where like you spend 30, 40 bucks and they give you the Founders Pack and you get all the characters or whatever. And then as they release, you just continue to get them.
Well,
these
he said
contents will be available beginning in the open beta period. Artifact was the Gilded Lotus
in the beta. Go ahead.
These items will be obtainable through gameplay in the future. So you're basically buying to get them now, but people will be able to get these items in the future through normal gameplay.
And they cost 80 bucks.
80 bucks.
That's garb.
Yeah,
I feel like it costs 40, and they just did that to
And they
entice
just did, yeah.
Because that sounds ridiculous. 80 bills? I don't know about that.
Hey, listen, man.
Now keep in mind, this is just the Founders Bundle. You don't need this to play the game.
Well,
Right,
they did say that they wanted the game to be 100% free to play. Like you can play the game, you can have all the fun you want. It's like Fortnite. Like you can have all the fun you want if you don't spend a dime on the game.
Yep.
That's your choice. And the other things within the game you can pay for, but it doesn't give you an
actual advantage.
Yeah, it's just another avenue, really.
I don't want an $80 avenue, so
if you want to see different spells, have a different deck, whatever, but it's not going to give you a numerical advantage in any way. It's just you just got different stuff. You just got different. Yeah, you just got different class. All right.
Cool. As long as you don't get +1, I'm fine. Spend as much money as you want.
Mm-hmm.
So you get equipment. You get to have equipment on your head, body, arms, and feet, plus 2 accessories. There's also a tailor and an NPC that's a tailor. You can edit your headwear, bodywear, shorts, underwear, what have you, and then you can because there's like a home world. It's called the realm. Your realm, which in your realm actually it starts to look different the larger the higher level up you are. Like the more you level, your realm starts to grow and look better, I guess. Like I guess it's supposed to just look cooler, which is why I say it's like the division, or not the division, it's like Destiny or something. You have that home base, and then you have the 5 different lands you can go to do missions on those different lands. So
on those different lands, got you.
Those different planes. Yep.
Yeah.
Right. It literally sounds like Diablo.
It's Diablo. It's Diablo. It's those games. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they're calling it an MMO just for the technical term, right? It's not an MMORPG. It's an MMO, just a massive multiplayer online game. It's not an MMORPG like Final Fantasy 14 or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, those terms automatically get interchanged because a majority of MMOs are RPGs.
Happen to be RPGs.
It just happened.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
Also, there's artifacts in the game. Of course, it's Magic the Gathering.
Of course. Need your permanence.
Artifacts exist outside of the deck rotation and provide permanent effects, improving your decks and spells. And they come in 3 different types. You have lesser artifacts, small trinkets and oddities that provide benefits in the form of passive character buffs. A player can slot 3 lesser artifacts to augment their planeswalker. You have greater artifacts. These also provide passive buffs, but additionally introduce triggered abilities, which are effective, which are effects that activate as the result of a player's actions. A player can choose to design a deck around one of these artifacts, select artifacts that fit the playstyle they're already compatible or comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
Players can slot 2 of these. And then you have legendary artifacts.
1.
These are much like greater artifacts, but provide effects that can more dramatically impact the battlefield or augment a player's deck. Only 1 legendary artifact can be slotted in a player loadout.
Reminds me literally of a TCG, right?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like
You have limited.
You can have a full play set, then something semi-limited you get 2, and fully limited you get 1.
It's like Ghosts. You get the 2 majors and the however many minors, 4 minors.
Oh yeah, Ghost of Tsushima has a something like
same
that.
System. Yep. I actually really like. I had a love-hate relationship with that system. I'll tell you what, because I had some combinations, but
You might have a love-hate relationship with this system. I don't know. We'll find out. Spells are unlocked and upgraded from spell shards that are found in combat. So the more enemies you fight, you find these spell shards, and you can unlock new spells, upgrade your spells. Artifacts, on the other hand, are a random drop that a player can get from relic caches, which is basically a chest.
Oh, there's
go.
There it is.
Yep. Each cache, the player has a chance of either unlocking an artifact or obtaining relic fragments used to create an artifact, which you take these fragments back to your realm, you put them together, and you create an artifact.
See, now I'm wondering what happens. Sorry. I'm wondering what happens in like the event of dupes. Like, do they give you something? Could you sell it? Like, there has to be I'm curious about that. Says break it down into the smaller bits. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. More questions. More questions.
The fragments come in 4 different levels of rarity. You have uncommon, common, rare, and mythic, which is sounding a lot like a looter to me.
It's just this game was like, oh, and now I'm like, kind of leveling out a little bit. It's leveling out my excitement.
Nah, it's still good. It's still good.
I'm not saying it's not going to be good, but it was sounding crazy, sounding different. It was sounding more like Diablo, which Diablo is a looter. Yeah, but it's still,
I'm fine with Diablo. Yeah,
good. It feels good. This is starting to feel like
Destiny,
right?
Diablo. That's what it is.
Diablo.
Diablo.
Diablo,
man. It's definitely Diablo.
Don't say that.
At least it's free.
It's free though, so can't complain too much.
It's free. You can just try it out if you want it. If you don't like it, uninstall it.
Easy. I love those options.
Yeah, I signed up for the beta. I'm just waiting for the code.
I'll
give it a run.
Oh, I'm gonna try it too, for sure.
For sure.
Oh, so it has to be multiplayer then, right? Like, what's the party size looking like?
So yes, it is multiplayer. And so you can run around the world by yourself, or you can link up with up to 2 people to be a party of 3, a la Destiny, and Diablo,
right. and Outriders, which is coming out.
Outriders.
Why is 3 the new norm?
Like, I can't stand it.
Alien game that's coming out as well, or it's already out. It's like World War Z, or it's the same kind of thing, and it's 3. It's a max 3.
I don't get it. I don't know.
Like, I understood the limitation because it's on console. The console can only support so many controllers, and it typically was 4. Now we're on PCs with these games that can support hundreds of people on servers in these instances, but they're reducing the party size. I don't get it.
Crazy. And you know what? There's probably going to be raids at 6 and 8 players. I bet you. I bet you're going to be dungeons at 6 and 8 players, and the dungeon is not even quest related. It's not even main story related. They're probably like, go get this loot. Go try it 1,000 times to get this one artifact.
And only the host gets the primary loot, and the other people get.
No. Don't do that.
Listen.
Don't say that. You say that. Don't. He instantly uninstalled.
That's bringing the excitement down to 0. But I don't know. 3? Come on. Like, I have more friends.
I hate those games that, like, you need a certain amount of, I don't know, let's say you need ore, right? You need to collect ore.
Okay.
You guys go to the dungeon, but you only get 1 ore. So, like, if I need the ore, I take the ore, but now we got to run it again because my mans need the ore. So it's like, why didn't we all just get the ore? Like, why not all of
the ore?
Like, and the ore is randomized. So next time I might get silver. So we got to run it again because I need my
boy.
Like,
bro.
Like, good looks on the silver. I'll need this for the next quest, but fam, I need the ore.
Like, some people really enjoy that stuff. Me, one time, max 2. You know what I mean? Like, max 2.
I get it.
Play the dungeon over and over and over and over. Like, just don't want to do that. I just don't want to do that. And for that purpose, I can see if, like, I was already playing the game and, like, a friend bought it and I'm catching them up. Fine, I'll run it. Mm-hmm. But, dude, miss me with there's a 2.7% chance to get this item. We run it. Reese gets the item. Now we got to run it again because Key needs the item. Now we got to run it again because I need the item. And for 6 tries, we don't get it. Bro, I'm not with that. I'm not with that.
Oh, annoying.
Not with that.
Yo, if you want me to do that, your battle system better be higher. Like, I need that battle system to be top notch, bro. Like,
my man said upper echelon battle system, fam.
Seriously, the only time I ever did something like that, and it wasn't even like, we ran it a couple times, but like nothing crazy, was on Gauntlet 64. And it wasn't even looking for items. We were just like, we finally beat the spider lady. and we were just like wanting to level for the future missions that we do. So we just ran the spider lady a couple times until we just slid her easily, and he was like,
Right.
"All right, bet, now let's level ourselves and let's
See,
carry on."
that's a different thing because like we play a lot of RPGs and JRPGs, so it's like, you know, all right, I finally cleared this. It was crushingly hard. Let me level a little bit. Let me, you know what I mean? Just so when I get to the next part, I can at least stand a chance. But
Yeah,
I'm not playing it over just for a 1.7% chance to get an item.
to get ore,
Mm.
and I need 12 of them. So I'm gonna just be playing this game for the next month trying to get 12 ore because there's
Yeah.
only 1.27% chance of getting it.
And then the biggest killer for me is you finally do it. You finally complete it. You make the item or the weapon or whatever. And then you level up 5 levels. And now you got to do it all over again because there's a stronger weapon.
There's a
Throw
better
it
one.
in the trash, bro. I don't want it.
Welcome to Final Fantasy 14 in early to mid 2014 when they introduced the first round of relic weapons. There was a particular item that you had to pick up they were called Atmas.
Mhm.
And you remember the fates on the board, right?
Yeah.
There was a less than 1% chance of you getting said Atma. And the fates run on timers. So not only do you have to run the fates and hope you get it, but you have to wait. If you fail, you got to wait because I believe it was specific fates that you have to do. You had to wait the potential 5 to half an hour for it to pop again for that less than 1% chance again. And you had to get 12 of these things.
It's funny. Key just
No,
said 12.
8. I'm sorry, 8. 8. I'm sorry, 8. You have to get 8 of them.
Okay. All right. He tricked you. He
But
tricked you.
I couldn't. I literally, that was probably my first instance of like burnout from this game. And keep in mind, I disappeared from y'all essentially playing this game. And I was getting burnt out from this. I couldn't do it.
And like,
it made me hate the game, literally.
You see what I'm saying? And that's your favorite game.
That's my
like,
favorite.
Like, you won't pick a favorite game. That's fine. But like, from me just knowing you, bro, you've sunk like 8,000 hours into this game. Like you thoroughly love this game front to back, through and through.
Really, somebody's lifetime.
Right, and
it ain't even much like that.
That thing in this game made you hate it for a moment. Just think about that concept. A game you love through and through had that one super trash looter house aspect, and it made you despise the game for a certain amount of time. That's crazy. I do not want that. I'm not into that. And like reading the chat, there's also people saying Atma PTSD.
Yo,
like,
it's wild.
It's sad. It's sad. I'm not a fan of that.
So what they did to mitigate it, because that system is still in place, but I think your chances is like 25 to 75%.
Okay, that's better.
So, but you still gotta, man, don't even get me started with that. It was just a terrible experience. Like less than 1%, that's ridiculous in a game where you more often than not fail at 99%.
Right.
So I'm done. I'm done.
He's getting upset right now.
Yo, you don't get it.
He's about to
It was so
uninstall his
bad.
favorite
I
game.
might uninstall this game and say, forget Sundays, man. I'm sorry. But just know that there's a lot that you don't have to do right now. Which is fine. I don't mind.
I'm glad.
I paid my dues.
Yeah, I'm good. Miss me.
Well,
another tangent.
To further the comparison to Destiny, but also it makes sense because this is a TCG, or it's based on a TCG. Right. There is 1v1 battling. There's 1v1 PvP that you can do.
Okay.
Yeah, you can battle another planeswalker if you so choose. There's an area for that. That they are closely monitoring for balancing situations or balancing reasons, and they will continue to watch that and continue to balance in the future as this game plays out.
That's cool.
I like that. It's kind of slick. I like that.
Yeah,
I was definitely gonna ask, like, besides the cards, like, what other thing do they have from Magic the Gathering, like the OG? And there you go.
Yeah, so it's definitely like You take your deck, you get your build, you get your artifacts, and you see if your deck is better than the next person. If your
That's
build is better
very
than the next person's build. And remember, the cards come up at random, so somebody can just top deck something. They can luck sack
That's it.
and get something they need to set you back. So like, it's really cool. It's real. I think
that.
it's really dope.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to
That-
slide on you.
Here we go.
And that's when like you would need to grind. You would need to grind. You need to grind so you can get those
Yep.
level rare artifacts to make your character better
Yep.
than normal. Another thing I forgot to mention is that the cards are colored, but you do not need to like you can have all different types of colors in your deck. Like,
Gotcha.
you start off with a monocolored deck, but you can
Oh, I always
vary out,
mono.
get different variations if you so choose. So,
Bro, I ran Grixis for a while. That was a lot of colors. That was fun.
I remember that mess.
I love Bant.
Yeah.
Bant.
Blue. I said blue green. Green white elves.
White?
Swarm the board.
Elves swarm the board, right?
Nissa Ravane with the elf swarm.
Yeah, I remember that.
Good times.
So, like they said, the game is going to be completely free. They want it to just be free. They want you to be able to play the game without having to spend a dime. With that being said, there will be offering a variety of items of purchase that will give players alternative options when building their decks, but not give them a numerical power advantage. One of the things that they will be offering will be booster packs. Like you can literally buy packs in the game.
Oh, like Arena. Magic Arena. Yeah. But you
I've
can
never
buy back.
played it.
Like FIFA.
FIFA, yeah.
Kind of, yeah, exactly. Yeah. You collect spells, shards, and everything else that you could need. Like you get artifacts and within the packs. There's a bunch of different things that you can get within that pack. But again, it doesn't offer a quote unquote numerical advantage.
They're gonna have to so closely monitor the cards that they give out and those things because it doesn't give you a numerical advantage. It might be a crazy powerful card in terms of like affecting the field. You know what I mean? And you can't get it unless you buy it. They gotta be real careful with that.
And last but not least, of course, you cannot these days have an online game without drumroll, please.
Royale mode. Ooh.
Battle Pass. Oh, what are the benefits of said Battle Pass?
They didn't go into detail. You can get so this is something we don't really have time for me to get into, but I found it very interesting, and I guess other people that have played their games know about this system. Okay. Is the currency system, the currency exchange system, which I found very interesting. So you can trade your there's how these games have two separate types of currency.
The paid currency and the game currency.
And the in-game currency. Yep. Right. So you can trade certain items like spells and stuff like that, put it on the market board for like actual paid for currency. Like you can trade for pay for currency. And the market is completely set by other players. Like it's all between players the way the market is set up.
Yeah, because like that's the MMO part.
Yeah, that's
like
definitely the MMO part.
Like Fantasy, Warcraft, their marketplace is huge, and it's like that.
The bazaar-like areas, that's definitely MMO-ish.
Right, you set the price, but you can't trade like VC. You just trade Gil. You know what I mean? You can't trade like the virtual currency of the game. Like what's it called in Final Fantasy series?
Well, there's no like paid currency in the game.
But
there are currencies locked behind like instances and things like that.
Right.
But you have Gil, and then you have
Gil.
We'll call it yen. I don't know. Like you have to pay.
Right. Yes, I know what you're talking about. Yes.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy coins. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly. So you could pay, or you would use so what you would do is like grind around, get your Gil up, get these items, and then you can just trade them in for in-game or real money currency, and then buy yourself the battle pass without actually having to spend a dime yourself.
That's very cool.
While you're going through the game and grinding, do whatever, you're still unlocking the free stuff that you get from the free version of the battle pass.
Right.
So
right.
like what
And then
Call of
once
Duty
you-
did, basically.
Right.
The battle passes are always the same. There's the free battle pass, and then there's the paid for battle pass.
No, well, what I was saying was Call of Duty actually gave me $1,000 to spend, which I ended up buying the battle pass with, and I got currency through that to get it again and again.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah,
I never paid for it.
Right. If you get to level 100, they give you enough for the next battle pass for the next season.
Yeah. So, yep, you can trade for the paid for currency with in-game items and things like that, which
that's very cool, especially from the
different.
Like being a TCG, ex-TCG player, like you love that because you go to your local card shop and everybody's got different stuff for different prices and different things. And you're trying to build your deck to go get it cracking in the 1v1. That is very dope. That's very dope.
And you can also trade in your in-game currency for real money currency. Like you can, if you don't even have an item to put on the market, you could actually stack your bread up and go trade in your in-game currency for paid for currency as well.
That's very, very cool.
Yeah, like every game I know right now does not do that
like,
at all.
Smite has that where you can build up. Not the transferring of the currency though. Like you would just have to use the non-paid currency, which is usually significantly higher than the paid currency.
Oh, another good example is Siege. Like Siege there's stuff you can only get with the paid for currency, right? Like certain and stuff you can get with
only paid currency. Yep. It's a prime example. Rainbow Six Siege. All the elite skins you have to pay real human
with
money.
R6, yeah.
Yeah. And use the R6 credits as they're called.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Fire thing.
It is. I thought that was extremely dope. I thought that was really
very
Like, we are running out of time, but that's a big deal. Like that could change a lot of stuff if this game goes crazy. Like if this game goes to the moon and like there's 8 million people on it. If there's 1 million, 2 million on it.
I see 500,000 to $1 million on this thing, at least. Potentially.
I see this game going off because of two reasons.
Okay.
One, people love like Diablo and that type. Like Diablo is huge, it's massive. People love Diablo. Two, I can't count for numbers or nothing, but Magic may or may not could be even bigger than like Diablo. Like the game's an online MMO, Magic the Gathering. Like it could like Magic, bro. Magic is stands up for like you can be 60 years old and love Magic down to like 3 or 4 or 5 whenever they start. Like Magic
like, is in all the demographics.
Yeah, it's in literally every single demographic out there. Like Magic is massive. It's like the very first TCG that ever hit the board. Like,
bro, like it was released in '93, and like it's just been the gold standard for TCGs for forever. Like, it's like you're saying, almost everyone's played Magic.
Literally,
like you people, and you like if Magic comes up in conversation, and you're like a group of 6 people that you've never met. Like 2 or 3 of them, oh yeah, I used to play Magic, like easy. Like what I'm
a thing without Magic. Like every card game that's out is the child.
It's a child.
Oh, Magic the Gathering. Like it's spiritually related to Magic the Gathering in some way.
If you have a card game and your card turns to the side, Magic. It doesn't matter what happens when you turn it to the side.
Card game and your card has a color, Magic.
Bro, if you got a card game and it's a card, Magic.
Oh, damn.
Magic.
Card game and you got life points, Magic.
Like,
bro.
You got to roll a die, you got to flip a coin,
Magic, fam.
Yeah, bro.
You gotta draw a card, Magic.
You got to draw a gold.
Splash as well. I think when this thing drops, official, people know about it. It's going to have a huge surge. Whether it stays up, depends on the game, but it's definitely going to have a bunch of people trying to play it and getting on this thing. I want to play it.
I mean, like I said, the beta is releasing tomorrow, literally tomorrow, Tuesday, March 23rd of 2021. It is releasing for PC only. And the game is slated to release later in the year for last gen consoles, meaning PS4, Xbox One, PC. Actually, that's it.
Well, everything but Switch, right?
Yeah,
Everything but Switch.
Everything. You know what's crazy is that you said it earlier, and I was thinking in my head, like, remember to say everything but Switch. Remember to say everything but Switch.
Yeah, because didn't you just do that like earlier?
I wish I could show you my screen for my notes. It literally says release date for Necromunda, release date June 1st on all platforms except Switch.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't say it. Crazy.
Y'all got to stop excluding the Switch like that, man.
I
know it's their fault, but
I'm not a game dev.
Right.
Not all games on the handheld, bro. Like
Switch.
Not all games on the handheld, bro. Like I said, with that Switch Part 2, give me. Oh, I'm sorry. What I'm asking for is unreasonable.
It's unreasonable. Whatever we ask for is unreasonable.
Nah, I didn't even say all of that. Chill out, be cool.
I mean, it's not what it was made for, and the case can't support it or whatever. Fine.
No Switch love. Music. You said music, KJ?
Okay, music.
I was looking in the chat. It said music, so I was making sure that we didn't get to that part yet. That's all.
My man's done played the music, didn't he?
I don't think it played.
Oh my God.
So for all of you listening right now who didn't hear that, so you guys know that we're whatever. We're having some technical difficulties with our theme for the throwback of the week, and Reese is on the helm, and he just played it live, so everybody can hear it.
Oh, I said, when there's a noob behind the helm.
Yo, Key.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Key. You don't realize that every time you do this, you have a terrible Thursday.
Listen, man. Listen.
You know what?
I was just making an observation. That's it. I was just saying something a thought that came to mind that's true. Like you can tell when there's a noob behind the helm, right? I didn't say nothing.
And with that, we're gonna listen to B's Throwback of the Week.
Must be nice.
Hey.
Yep.
You don't hear? See. All right. Where's it? Wow. Yo, OBS is broke.
You just played it.
I just played it and now it's not playing, but it was heard earlier. I can't do it. I tried.
Moving on. So, moving right along. My throwback of the week. So, this game was developed by Capcom Production Studio 4, published by Capcom. This game was directed by Hideki Kamiya. I hope I'm saying that right. And it's important that that person's name is said for the development of this game. I'll get to that later. This game was released June 26th, 2003. It was originally released for the GameCube only. It was later ported to PS2. This game is Beautiful Joe.
Oh, wow.
Yes, Beautiful Joe. For those of you who've never heard of this game or don't know what this game is, you are missing out on a classic. So Beautiful Joe is a side-scrolling beat-em-up video game. Interesting. This game, to me, so I love beat-em-up games. I love beat-em-up games. They've always been some of the hardest games ever released. They're super difficult, and they usually find cool ways to make the combat interesting. Like not everything can just be Final Fight in 2003 and now 2021. You know, you gotta have some cool concepts, some cool systems kind of tossed in, and this game did that. The first thing is the visual. When you see this game, like, you know it's different. Like it has this 2D but 3D cel shaded graphics, and the characters' abilities are called visual effects powers. And it definitely looks like a comic book. Like it looks like a comic. It has this like pop art kind of style to it. And also the abilities. So the abilities that Beautiful Joe gets is the ability to speed up time and slow down time. And you are constantly being attacked by these wild enemies. The game is super difficult. It's super fun. There's a lot you can do. There's puzzles, and the fighting is just top notch. There's not a lot of 2D fighting games out there or 2D beat 'em up games that hit the way this game hit. This game actually started off as a small 6-man team who was just working on a project. It's let's test out some stuff.
Okay.
And then the game, it ended up turning into this giant team that took about 21 months to complete. They originally only intended to do like 6 months, small man team, something small. And then the game turned into the entire studio's favorite project. Like, yo, this is the coolest thing we've done in forever.
That's cool.
And Hideki is also the main director for Resident Evil and Devil May Cry.
That's why you had to mention him.
Right. And he's 1/3 of the founder for Platinum Games. Also hack and slash, beat 'em up style, but in the future. So right. Like, and Capcom said that this team, the Beautiful Joe team, was for him to head it so he can have growth in his career because they know what he's capable of. And
he's the founder of Platform Games.
He's 1/3 of the founders for for Platinum Games. Yeah, for Platinum Games. Yeah, so he's part responsible for Resident Evil, Devil May Cry, which are 2 Smash series. Like whether you like them or not, Smash series.
You know them.
And then he made Beautiful Joe, which is, I mean, this game literally 9s to 10s across the board.
Yeah, I've seen nothing but good things about this game. But
I love this game.
Never on the GameCube, so I could have never played it. But I definitely watched it be played, and I was hating because I'm like, this game looks all kinds of fun.
It's brilliant.
You said it's difficult. Does that have a difficulty slider? That's very important. I don't know if you remember that though.
I don't remember if it does. I'm sure it does because the game was pretty difficult. And then they also give you the unlockable character is Dante from Devil May Cry, which is sick.
Of course.
But
of course.
Yeah. It was a monumental hit and won a ton of awards. Special game, nothing but 90s across the board. I love this game. I love the series. They obviously killed it off. They only did 2 games and never came back.
That was actually my next question. I remember there being a second one at least.
Yeah, dude. They only did 2 games and then they never came back. And he did the Platinum Game Studio, and Platinum Games has done countless things for so many different development teams and publishers throughout the years. So the work that they do is amazing because they had their hand in Okami as well, which is another critically acclaimed game of the year game.
So chances are if they touch it, it's most likely good.
Allegedly. I mean, they've been doing some really cool stuff, but this game was monumental in stepping out of Hideki's comfort zone and doing something crazy different, and it blew up. Like the game blew up. A crazy tidbit was they initially wanted to name him, I think it was Red Hot Man, but they were in conflicts with Red Hot Chili Peppers, so they pretty much blocked it from happening. Like not the band themselves, but they're like legal team
internally. Yeah, and they just didn't want to fight with them. They're like, we don't even want to go. We're not even gonna do it. We're just gonna name him Beautiful Joe, and it was better. It was just better. Team Beautiful, like Red Hot Man doesn't sound as cool as Beautiful sounded
Joe.
Like that game wouldn't. You know how we always judge a game by its cover when we're in GameStop? If I saw a Red Hot Man with him looking like that probably wouldn't have gotten picked up.
Right.
Beautiful Joe's like, it's a play on words. Like, okay, that's cute. Let me see what you're working with.
It's a play on words. Yeah. The gameplay is super fast. It's super actiony. It's just nonstop. It's nonstop fun. It's nonstop action. It's fast paced. and then you can slow stuff down, speed things up. You use your dodges for counters. It's insanely fun. I recommend everyone to play this game.
I might add it.
But that's my experience with it.
Yo, Reese, when we get putting our 6-man team together for our RPG,
we need 4 more people.
Wait, what?
What do we need? He's trying to put a 6-man together and put the next critically acclaimed game together. Wow, I can't talk.
I got a banger. I got a banger, man.
He has a banger. We got 2 people here, 3 people. If B try to join the crew, I mean, he might be in it already and not know it, but we need more people.
If Octopath is a hit, I got a hit.
Did you just say if you felt Octopath was a hit?
I feel that way too, Gee. I ain't even gonna hold you, bro.
A hit, I got a hit. That's how I'm feeling, man. I don't know. I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying we get a 6-man team together. If we get that Poland Spring sponsorship, I know what to do with my part. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
I can't. You gotta stop.
Yeah.
Whatever, man.
What?
Listen, if y'all trying to be part of the clique, send your application.
Send your application.
I don't know. Crazy. I don't know what roles we're filling in right now. You got to talk to Key, but they're open and available.
Hit me up.
If you can do stuff, there is a team that's hiring for a game, right? What game was that? We just covered a game.
Last week.
And they have like 16 slots open.
Open for it. Oh, what?
It was no. No, it wasn't Nocia.
It wasn't Nocia.
That's the one I did. The Nocia, and then there was another game that began with a G.
It was Gothic
remake because they need some work. They need some work.
Yeah, talking about let me go up to the wall, stop, wait for the prompt. Yo, go to that studio and help them out.
Like we want you too, but
listen,
you might want
the whole game and come over here with me.
Here we go.
Like we always say at Trigger Talk TV, we like to make sure we see you succeed. That includes game devs also. Like, we're willing to help. We can point you in the right direction.
Bro, we can tell you what like hardcore gamers want to see in your game.
For real, because I don't think y'all are consulting hardcore gamers enough.
We can tell you. We can
definitely
Anywho, but yeah, Beautiful Joe 2003 for GameCube, published and dev by Capcom. Bang.
Yeah, I have no edition for that game because I've never touched it. I've seen like it kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Like they used to play it at the library when we had the GameCube up there.
Well, that was a while ago. Wow.
In passing, but like not really. So like I don't know nothing about the game.
Maybe you should look it up. Give it a gander. Give it a re-gander. I know it's been some time since you've seen it.
Yeah, it definitely has a specific look. Like you see it, you won't forget it.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Never mind. You don't like that whole pop comic book stuff. Never mind. I forgot.
He got a big helmet head. That's all I remember about.
Yeah, it's more proportionate to his body, but
beautiful.
There is a big head mode.
It's beautiful.
My man's beautiful.
Yeah, he's very beautiful. He's very, very, very beautiful. Closing thoughts and arguments, gentlemen.
The Square Enix event.
They need more on Project Athia. I don't care about nothing else. Give me more on Project Athia. Project Athia and Final Fantasy 16. Okay, give me more information on that.
The lack of Final Fantasy 16 was actually rather interesting, but they did just give us news in regards to that, so I guess I see why they omitted.
What did they give?
When back, what was it, like a month ago, where they introduced like the main character and his objective and all that other stuff? Clive. Yeah, Clive and all that stuff.
That was the same footage from November.
It was the same footage from November plus like 30 seconds.
Yeah,
they got to feed us stuff in 30-second increments,
Nah, Square Enix got some work to do. That event was very lackluster. Like they gave us information, a ton of info, but in terms of new stuff, it was really not much. There's not much.
I feel like that's been a trend.
I feel like companies shouldn't give us information if they can't give us information. Like, it's mad dumb to put together an event and then say we can't really talk about it. Why am I here? Like,
right?
Why you call me here?
Why am I here?
Like that's dumb. Like you know why I'm here. Like you know what I came here for. Like nah, that's dumb to me. Hit me up when you got something you can show me. When you can show your work.
Like right. Like you can build me up with stuff that's already been out or new information, and then you got to give me a couple bangers at the end. Like, all right, boom, boom, boom. But they didn't do that. They didn't do that.
It's all over the place.
I don't care about what Enix is doing until Athia and 16. That's all I care. Athia and 16. Other than that, I'm not really, unless you can blow me away. You can blow me away with something.
Drop something crazy.
Something old, something I already seen. If it's about something old and I already seen, Athia and Final Fantasy 16 is all I care about.
Boom. Like the Nintendo one. Like the Nintendo one. Like they had a bunch of stuff, like some stuff we saw, like they kind of showed Bravely Default before it dropped. They showed some new stuff. And then they closed with Splatoon
3. Yeah.
Like even if you're not a fan, you know that's a huge game for those fans.
Yep. And it's brand new.
They talked about it and some depth and some length. They talked about it, gave us info on it.
Exactly. They didn't just give you a teaser.
Free. And then end it right there. Like, nah.
They didn't do that. Okay.
Necromunda, hired gun. Possible purchase from your boy. I'm on the fence, leaning towards.
I'm gonna let y'all tell me.
Boom.
What?
I'm gonna let y'all tell me. So that's a no.
Y'all tell me.
Yeah. I'm in the middle, but more towards yes. More towards yes. It looks fun. It just looks fun. Bro, if it's on it's on Game Pass, I'm definitely gonna.
That's
play.
just your criteria from now on. Is it on Game Pass?
100% gonna pay.
If it's not something that I like need in my life,
exactly.
I wait for Game Pass. Like Outriders, I don't need it, but it's coming to Game Pass day of, so I'm gonna play it, and maybe it could turn into something I maybe would have needed. But the fact that I don't even have to buy it because I have Game Pass Ultimate,
higher.
You know what I'm saying?
Higher.
Like, can't complain.
Like literally was going to buy that on PS5. Not anymore. It's coming to Game Pass. What's the point?
Don't need to.
Man, I was on the right platform this whole time. I was on PC. And now look what's happening. We're buying everything on PC. I was in the right place already.
It's a subscription. I ain't buying none.
I have an Xbox. So
I'm about to have both. I'll meet you there.
So I got Xbox. So like, hey man, and that's why I'm saying, and I said this before, that like I should not moving forward, especially with next gen games. Moving forward, I should not be asking, is this crossplay? It should be crossplay.
Let's not get into this because there isn't a counter argument to this. So
we should just do a whole hour segment on that type of stuff because it's getting crazy.
You want to?
I shouldn't have to ask you if the game is crossplay in 2021. I really shouldn't have to ask you.
I'm on Xbox. How about? Oh, it's not crossplay.
Okay, you got it too? I got it on Xbox. Is this crossplay? Like, no, it should just be like, I got it. You got it? Word. You got Discord?
And you know what's so interesting about this generation? They introduced a new issue. Cross-generation incompatibility. Some games, PS4 can't play with PS5 and vice versa. Same thing. Probably same thing with Xbox too. So now there's a cross-platform issue and now there's a cross-generation issue. Video gaming is getting a little complicated now.
Cross-generational thing is trash. A lot of games don't work.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's not as impactful.
That'll phase out in 2 years, maybe 3 years. Like there'll still be some people on the 4, absolutely, in the Xbox One. But like, bro, that's even. I should just be, if I got it, should be able to play it. I should have played it with whoever else has it.
Exactly.
No, I get that.
Last
but not least, Magic Legends.
Magic Legends is a Magic Legends. I am definitely going to play. I'm interested in it, and I'm going to play it. If I wasn't interested in it, it's free. I'd still test it out. But I'm interested in it, and it's free. Sign me up.
I'm very interested as to what they can do outside of the cards. So this will be a play for me.
The fact that they said PvP, and I can build a better deck than you potentially.
Mhm.
That got me. I'm like, yo, I'm
Yeah.
trying to slide on somebody.
Yeah.
Um, but it's not. The game isn't like fully based on that. So I'm just curious about how it's gonna work. Like, is it gonna be as fun as I'm hoping that it's gonna be, or is it just gonna be like, all right? Because in Destiny, like that's a whole shooter game. Like their Crucible was like a whole shooter. Like I'm curious to see how this 1v1 PvP thing is gonna work out. But then also it's like it's like Gauntlet or like Destiny. So like it's a looter. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Right.
Had to
Right.
make the grinding worth it with the PvP.
I'm really interested in that currency system and the PvP. Like it has a lot going on. I definitely want to see like how it works. Definitely got a lot going on.
So that's all three of us, basically.
Well, yeah.
It's free. I mean, the beta's out literally tomorrow or Tuesday.
In a few hours, yeah.
Right.
I said
now,
in a few hours.
It's closed though, right? It's a closed beta, so
It's
you
a
have to
closed
apply
beta,
for a
yeah.
code.
Yeah.
So I might not get a code tomorrow, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Hope.
Yeah. So if there might still be time, so maybe you guys can hop in and get a code.
Yeah, because I did it not even a couple hours ago, so
I still got to do it. I didn't even think to do it.
I don't know what you're waiting for.
You know what I'm waiting for?
What you waiting for?
The next episode of Trigger Talk TV.
Trigger Talk TV.
Trigger Talk TV.